Funeral customs vary considerably between the Negro and Bantu, and I never yet found among the Bantu those unpleasant death charms, which are in vogue in the Niger Delta. The Calabar people, when the consular eye is off them, bury under the house. In the case of a great chief, the head is cut off and buried with great secrecy somewhere else, for reasons I have already stated. The body is buried a few days after death, but the really important part of the funeral is the burying of the spirit, and this is the thing that causes all West Africans, Negro and Bantu alike, great worry, trouble, and expense. For the spirit, no matter what its late owner may have been, is malevolent. All native-made spirits are. The family have to get together a considerable amount of wealth to carry out this burial of the spirit. So between the body burying and the spirit burying, a considerable time usually elapses, maybe a year, maybe more. The custom of keeping the affair open until the big funeral can be made obtains also in Calbina and Logano. But there, instead of burying the body in the meantime, it is placed upon a platform of wood, and slow fires kept going underneath it to dry it, a mat roof being usually erected over it to keep off rain. When sufficiently dried, it is wrapped in clothes and put in a coffin until the money to finish the affair is ready. The doulas are more tied down. Their death dances must be celebrated, I am informed, on the 3rd, 7th, and 9th day after death. On these days, the spirit is supposed to be particularly present in its old home. In all other cases, I should remark, the spirit does not leave the home until its devil is made, and if this is delayed too long, he naturally becomes fractious. Among the Congo Francais tribes, there are many different kinds of burial, as the cannibalistic of the Fan. I may remark, however, that they tell me themselves that it is considered decent to bury a relative, even if you subsequently dig him up and dispose of the body to the neighbors. Then there is the earth burial of the Igualas and the Mpongwe, and the beating into unrecognizable pulp of the body, which, I am told on good native authority, is the method of several upper Ogwe tribes, including the Adumas. I had no opportunity of making quiet researches on burial customs when I was above Najoy, because I was so busy trying to avoid qualifying for a burial myself. So I am not quite sure whether this method is the general one among the little known tribes, as I am told by native traders, who have it among them that it is, or whether it is reserved for the bodies of people believed to have been possessed of dangerous souls. Destroying the body by beating up or by cutting up is a widely diffused custom in West Africa in the case of dangerous souls, and is universally followed with those that have contained wanderer souls, i.e. those souls which keep turning up in the successive infants of a family. A child dies, then another child comes to the same father or mother, and that dies after giving the usual trouble and expense. A third arrives, and if that dies, the worm, the father I mean, turns, and if he is still desirous of more children, he just breaks one of the legs of the body before throwing it in the bush.